Day. I'm fixing to run to the store, but you guys, I was just listening to Queen Bee a while ago. Lawdy, Lawdy, you guys. Sorry, you guys. I gotta put my phone in here. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my phone in my phone case. Okay, so I just heard that she has got this. Well, Queen Bee first thought that she had that she's got two channels now. Oh, no, she ain't got two channels. Apparently, hey, Blake Slate, Rambling Rome, Shelly Lynn. Apparently, the darn community has gotten together, you guys, and the damn community has come together, and hold on, and uh, they put a post up. I guess they've created a "We Stand Behind You" Avery page. Hold on, I'm in my backyard, and my service sometimes don't work that great. Hold on, but they said, "Oh no, she didn't." The community created this channel for her. Okay, and so I go on and I keep listening, and the crazy part is, so apparently this video they've got, apparently it's on her community page. I'm just saying, this video is freaking got her and her community bought a Sorry, I'm buffering. Sorry. I just want to know. So in this video, I'm going to repeat myself again. In this video, it has got pictures of her community, the mayor, her getting an award, saying that she's adopted children to help the community out or whatever, and also buying a co-worker a birthday cake or some crap. First of all, let me just say this. Let's just say this. First of all, bitch, you from the and she's got the comments turned off so nobody can leave comments, because heaven forbid somebody ask who in the world from the community created that video. First of all, I want to know how they got a hold of your pictures like that, girl. That's what I want to know. I want to know how they know who your mayor is, how they know about the child you adopted, and about the girl you work with, the co-worker that you bought the birthday cake. How in the world does somebody besides yourself know that, girl? Now, this is something that you're going to be like the side eye on. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, that's some... why? I did not know that Michelle Sabate had an offspring. Because she's really like giving... I'm just saying. I'm not making fun of her or anything. I'm really, really not, because I definitely think that she's got problems. Maybe she doesn't want to admit to them. Maybe she doesn't know that she's got them. But if she's got a sister that's a lawyer, like she says, then girl, your sister is dropping the ball. Your sister is dropping the ball, honey. She's throwing you out there and letting you just like a fish out of water, flopping around like a fish out of water. Your sister is dropping the ball, Avery, because your sister needs to tell you to log off, boo-boo. Now, I done one little video for you, Avery Shannon, and I guess this is going to be number 2. I hope there's not number 3, Avery. Come on, do us all a favor. Listen to me. Listen. One creator to another. Log off, boo-boo, because you are not doing yourself any good. Any credibility that you may have had is dwindling by the second. Come on, girl. You know you created that community post crap. Ain't nobody going to have all your pictures and all that information if it wasn't you creating it. We ain't crazy. We ain't stupid. Don't you know you working with a bunch of detectives around here, girl? You got a bunch of detectives at this community. I know you got some that's creating your video for you, but I'm just saying. Oh, and for you guys that don't know who I'm talking about, I get it. I didn't know a whole lot about her, but I've heard about her. Let's see. And I can't see me see my screen. Hold on, guys. I hope y'all can still hear me. I hope I haven't been like buzzed out all this time from buffering. Hey, Gingerlocks! Zena with fire. How are you, babe? Outlaw Trucker, Elizabeth Ballinger. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. I put a little extra pink on it. couple days ago, but it washes out, after they say 3 or 4 washes. But anyway, I got some more, but I just put some more in there whenever I need to touch it up. Little pussy pink. Might do blue. No, I'm gonna keep the pink in, but maybe I'll do blue. You can never tell. But gosh, it's a beautiful day. It was cool. It was like 50 something this morning when my husband left for work. So I put some pants on, but I probably could have wore some shorts. It's so funny, you guys. Like, I'm 55. I'll be 56 this year. Back in the day, I wouldn't, like, okay, so I broke my leg 2 Thanksgivings ago. And I broke my tibia and my fibia. And anyway, I've got a rod through my leg and all that stuff. And my legs are, my one leg is gnarly looking with the scars. And, like, I mean, they're still real red from, I don't know how long it takes for those kind of things to go away. And my ankle, I've got, like, and then where I fell, it's weird. It's like in between my knee and my ankle, I scratched my leg, I guess, pretty good. And it even like left a mark on my leg. It's weird. But anyway, the way my legs look now, 5 years ago, maybe even, 5 years ago, you wouldn't have caught me out with shorts on. I would have been so, like, self-conscious. Girl, I don't even care no more. I don't care. I could go out like it's I guess a war wound, you know what I mean? So I don't care. Ain't that funny how you change some? I mean, I don't know. Maybe everybody don't change, but whenever you hit a certain age, it's like, I guess what's really important is more like in your head than what's not. Like, you know what I mean? Cosmetically and stuff like that. One-eyed Flo, hey babe. I know I need to. Well, if I got anything with cannabis in it, I'm gonna be straight. I'm kidding. Hey Jamie. I know I was thinking about that. I should be rubbing some cocoa butter or something on it. One-eyed Flo, they have just passed for. Well, I say they just passed. They did it like a year and a half ago, but they're just now starting to open dispensaries around here. But you've got to have a card here to even go in one, and I don't have a card. I hadn't, I doubt, I mean, I know I could get a card, but I also have ADHD, adult ADHD, and I take Adderall, so I doubt they're going to give me a cannabis card and me still, take my medicine for my ADHD. I'm sure that would be like a contradiction or because you can't get nothing else. I mean, if you take that medicine, you can't get anything else prescribed to you almost, but anyway, I know it's my ex-husband went and got him a card, and he told me that they actually sold. Okay, so when he went the first time to the dispensary, he told me that they sold him a lot box that apparently you have to have. Okay, so when you leave the store, you have to put your whatever you buy, edibles or marijuana, you have to put it in this lockbox and put it in your trunk. Okay, so the county I was raised in, when I was growing up, it was dry. It was dry as a popcorn fart. Dry. No liquor, no beer, no booze or nothing. I mean, hard liquor, nothing. So we had to drive to another county to get it. Well, if you had it and you were pulled over or whatever, we always put it in our trunk, when we went and got it. But if we were pulled over, they could have wrote us a ticket for bootlegging because we were coming into a dry county with alcohol. So now, it's not wet. I mean, it's not dry no more. But so he made it sound like the marijuana, I mean, the cannabis or whatever you get at the head shop or whatever you go to, the dispensary. One-eyed Flo, girl, this one looks bad too, but it's okay. It's okay. Like a child safety box. I don't know if all places have that, but Mississippi does. And anyway, he said that they told him in the dispensary to put it in his trunk. It's kind of like we used to have to do with kegs or beer whenever we would go and get beer when I was younger. But anyway, I don't know if it's like that now. I mean, as far as like other places, other states, I don't know if they're like that. And I know some states you don't even have to have a card. Hey, Rat's mom. Hey, babe, how are you doing, sugar? You don't even have to have a card. You can just, like, go in there. I could imagine living in a state like that. I haven't been in one because, like I said, you got to have a card to go. But I know he told me that when he first went, an eighth was like $300 something. And I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you. he ain't never been one to, stretch the truth. But I don't know. Maybe that was for his lockbox, and who knows? I don't know. But I know that must be some good stuff. Oh, it's open store. Gosh, that would must be so nice, so nice. I think with one of my nieces, she's in pain management, and her and her dad, of course, they don't go together, but they both went the same week, and she was telling me that they, oh, okay, a lot, okay, booty shots. Okay, that sounds a lot more normal. You know what I mean? So, but they have here when I flow is if you get the hydroponic stuff. I mean, this is before the dispensary, so I'm just gonna say somebody told me that they grow it like in water now instead of like I don't know. Like back in my day when I was growing up, it was all grown outside in the ground. But now I guess they got all these fancy dancy ways of growing it like hydroponically, and that makes the price go way up, and the quality is real good too. A lot, better than homegrown or whatever, I guess. But anyway, I was fixing to tell y'all something I forgot, but I'll think about it in a second. Hold on. Yeah, right. The husband. Yeah, right. I know. I used to. I used to, and I still could make the brownies myself. I mean, I know how to do that. There's plenty of things on YouTube to show you how. But I want some gummies or something. I just think I'd like to try that. But let me see what I was going to tell you guys. Oh, thank you, Red's mom. Thank you. Here it's grown in your yard. Wow. Wow. Hey, Bama Beauty. Hey, dog. Yeah, well, the guy down the road used to, like when you graduate, you get a memory book or whatever, an annual and then a memory book. So I had my memory book, and it's so funny. He's like my neighbor now at their cabin. Hey, twin thing, you make my heart sing. I need to call you later. But he was busted the year I graduated. He got busted down the road, and I'm gonna tell you something. So you never saw, because I'm out in we was raised out in the good to see you too, babe. Oh, Booty shot. I want to try some edibles. Not done that I made, just some botlets. So bad. But he okay, so where I lived out in the country in the woods, you never saw the law. Wasn't like an everyday occurrence of seeing the law go down the road. So it was about mama my mom and my dad and them always joked and said what I'm fixing to tell you guys. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just going to tell you. They used to say, so about once every couple of months, you would see one of the cars, law enforcement cars go down the road. Well, down the road from where we lived was some, everybody knows everybody's business around there where I was raised. But everybody knew that they like to grow it and smoke it, and back then that was like the worst, almost the worst. Pills and crank, all that stuff really wasn't a deal back then. It was like booze and marijuana was the worst. But anyway, so everybody knew everybody in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? You hear about stuff like that. So when the car would go down, the police car would go down the road, my mom and dad would be sitting on the porch or whatever. They would say, yeah, well, it's time for them to go make their bi-monthly collections. And what they meant by that was that, they were basically allowing the neighbors to, do whatever they wanted to do as long as they line their pockets a little bit. And I mean, I heard, and I am almost sure that was true. You know what I mean? I don't know how they knew that or whatever, but I'm almost positive that's probably the truth. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. But anyway, so obviously they didn't line his pocket too much, because the year I graduated, he got busted for, okay, don't try Delta. Oh, see, I heard Delta 8 was good. Oh my God. Oh, babe, Red Spot, that is old girl. I love watching these TikToks. Oh my gosh, Red's mom, that is hilarious. I love watching these TikToks or these little shorts where people say, I should, they'll never know. I should have just ate one or whatever. Oh, thank you, glitter gal. But thank you so much. I don't feel awesome, but I'm fantastic. But thank you, I appreciate that. But I love watching them whenever they're like, I watched this one where she ate it and then it shows her curling her hair later, a few minutes later, and she's got a dang shower cap on and she's trying to curl her hair. I love watching those. I think that is so dang funny. Oh, I bet. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to say her name because she may not want her name, but I was just talking to somebody the other day that's in here, and she said that she ate an edible, just one, and she normally don't do a lot. Had never, actually, she said she'd never done that. Anyway, she didn't have to go to the hospital, too. She said that she was so messed up, she didn't know where she was at or nothing else about it. So, oh, you live in Oregon. Okay. Yeah, twin thing. Like, okay, so, I know what I was going to tell you. I knew it would come to me. So my niece and her dad, they were in pain management, and apparently they had been for years being prescribed their pain medicine to take 4 a day, which I guess would be 120 a month. And now they, if they drug test you, or if they call you in for a drug test or whatever, you've got to have that many pills left. I mean, like whatever, how many days in the month, you've got to have that many pills times 4 left. You know what I mean? And anyway, when they both went in the same week, and last week, she said that their doctor told him that he was having to knock them down to 90 a month, which is 3 a day. And it doesn't matter. He told them that they were really, really cracking down on them. And he told them it didn't matter what their ailment was or what their issue was. It was across the board that they had to. Now, let me just say this. Her dad takes Percocets and she takes hydrocodone or whatever they're called. I think it's hydrocodone. Anyway, but they both, she said they both, I mean, they don't go together, but they talk to each other. But anyway, so they're really cracking down. So my point I was getting to was, you would think that, the medical marijuana and stuff, it really does help. I mean, my niece has seizures and stuff, and it helps tremendously. So you would think that people would be more open, the doctors and stuff. But like a lot, the main town here, well, in Jones County, the town where the hotel was at the Rasheem Carter hotel was in, they didn't adopt. Okay, so the whole state made it to where you could get it, but they didn't adopt so that county. Now they have a dispensary in that county, but the doctors say that they didn't adopt it, so they can't, I guess, do the cards. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, I know. And you know what? There's so many, like, first of all, you can get hooked on, the pills. But there's so many, like, it affects people differently. I know my ex-husband, man, he was a mean son, SOB. When he'd take a pain pill, whoo, Lord, he would be a mean SOB. And a lot of my family can't, like my sister, they can't take them. They get itch and they get sick from them. So I guess they affect everybody differently, but still, you would think that they would be grateful for, the medicinal stuff, because I definitely think that would help. It would probably help a lot of people get off of Suboxone, methadone, and the opiates, Yeah, when I flow, I know a lot of my mom is. Well, my mom has, she has, it does the reverse for her. Like, however, it's supposed to be, it does the opposite for her. Yeah, right, twin thing. I know, until you throw up. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and I can tell too when my sister, if she has to take something or whatever, then she will like scratch her skin off. Scratch her skin off, just start itching. I know when my husband had, my ex-husband, he had weight loss surgery. He had the lap band, and we drove into Louisiana for the surgery. And whenever they did it as an outpatient, and the doctor come out and gave me a prescription, and it was all liquid. It was liquid pain. It was all liquid. Everything had to be liquid. And so they wrote me a prescription, and while he was in recovery, I think my mom stayed with me anyway, I went to a pharmacy to get it filled, because they told me they were, as soon as he come to and all that stuff, they were going to be cutting him loose, and that he would most definitely need the pain medicine on for the ride home. So I went to a pharmacy to get it filled, and you guys, this was so crazy. So it was a big. They bailed or wrote the prescription wrong. The doctor did, because the pharmacy, it was like liquid. It was liquid pain medicine. I don't know what it was like. I guess hydrocodone. I don't know what it was, but anyway, it was the biggest darn bottle I have ever seen, and they needed 2 bottles to fill the prescription, and she only had 1 bottle. And she was like, you'll have to come back. You've only got 4. I'll get it, but it'll be tomorrow. But you'll have to come back here and get it. We can't transfer this and all that. So I ended up having to drive back up there. But whenever we were talking later on, no, it wasn't. I don't know. I can't remember. But whenever we were talking later on to the doctor, they interpreted it wrong. So they gave him like a lot more than what he was supposed to have. But he freaking was. Whenever we got home, man, it was such a difference. It was morphine. It was morphine. That's what it was, because I remember starting to tell the doctors after that to make sure he told everybody that he was allergic to it, because man, it freaking like he went freaking bonkers one day. I was like, dude, you freaking, no, we ain't doing that no more. Yeah, he went crazy. All right, you guys, well, I'm at the grocery store. I need to run in here and grab, I hate coming to the store every day. Every time you come in here, it's, so much. But, I did have a little something, happy. Oh, I left it at home. I won $55 on a lottery ticket, a scratch off the other day. Yeah, buddy, I was happy. $55. Well, it was funny. I bought a couple for my niece. Gigolo is what she goes by in here, but my little mom, she's in her 40s. I bought her and I some tickets, dollar tickets we scratched off, and she won $100. I was like, damn, have her. I said, I ain't never won that much on a scratch off ever. And so anyway, about 2 weeks later, last week it was, I couldn't believe it. I started scratching, and I kept scratching, and I was like, woo, woo, hey, Miss Ann, how are you? Booty shots. My mom used to wish lockjaw on me when I was younger. She used to say she would wish lockjaw on me. She said, Lord, sometimes I wish your jaw would lock up. Or my sister would always say, well, you can always take her and have it wired shut, Mama. She wouldn't be able to talk then. Oh, I told him then, I said, I'd just write you. I'd bug you to death writing you. I'd walk around with a board and write you all the time. Oh, wow. Oh, I would shit my pants if I won that much on a darn scratch off. Whenever we would ever go to the casino, and I'm not bad about the most I could spend is like $40. My sister and her ex-husband, he had the philosophy, and I'm sure it's probably true, if you want to win big, you got to gamble big. And he would start off with a $100 bill in the dollar slots. No, this old girl can't do it. I don't even think I could do it if I had extra, like a bunch of extra money, because I start thinking about all the things I could buy. You know what I mean, for that money I was throwing away. But I used to like playing the nickel machines. But anyway, if I won $10, I'd be like, woo, woo, big money, no whammy. I'd get so excited. I would be so excited. All right, you guys, let me run in here and go get my meat for dinner. I thought I had a pack of, I'm going to make tube steak smothered in underwear. I'm kidding. Cube steak. I'm going to do cube steak. So, hey, Carla. Oh, my gosh, I'm so glad you popped in, babe. I was asking, Brooklyn, hello. I was asking about you, Miss Carla. Everybody keep Miss Carla in your prayers. She has had major surgery, and I think you're still in ICU, or you've been in ICU. So I love you, Miss Carla. We're thinking about you and sending you well wishes, babe. You've been in my prayers. I'm so glad to see you pop in here. Brooklyn, how are you? Are you still in ICU, Carla? I love you, Carla, for sure. Oh, you are? Okay, I'm going to leave the car running. I'm just going to go grab one thing. I got it, so that way I don't have to log off, so we can still chat when I get back. Give me just a minute. Let me make sure I'll be right back. I'm going to run in here and grab that. Yeah, give those nurses hell unless you got a cute one, and then give him hell. I'll be right back. I'm back. I even gained a person. Ooh, it was 28 when I got in here, and now it's 29. So, yeah, Miss Carla, you've been missed. You have for sure been missed. Oh, thank you, Mom's Jeans. Good to see you, doll. Good to see you. I feel bad. I usually try to like write people back in my comments and stuff, but if you ever get behind, it's so hard to get caught up. But I will say that I did comment this morning to one. It was on the one that that parody I did of Sloppy Molly, and so several people went in there and talked about how sorry I was for doing that while her mom had passed away or whatever. I mean, I did the parody several months before her mama ever got sick, but still, anyway, other people had went in there. Thank you, Miss Carla. Thank you. Other people had went in there and said, like took up for me and stuff. And so I popped in there this morning and I said something about when I'd done the parody. And I said, and also, do you know what she did to me? So if you don't, then, if you do know and you're still like wanting to defend her, then take a hike, get lost. But anyway, we ain't got to worry about her no more, do we? Because she's gonzo. And I want to talk about like, oh, it's so hard right now, like uni rock and nonsense. And then we're not like getting along, and it's just like, oh, it's awful because it really puts the subscribers in a very, very difficult position, because I know so many of us like both of them. Like I like both of them, and I really don't know what it's about, to be honest with you. I hadn't okay. I don't I know a little bit about it, of what it is. Yeah, the Wicked Witch is gone for sure. I've heard, and I'm sure there's more to it than what I know, but I'm not going to take a side. I don't want to be caught up in the middle of it, but I just know I was in shock whenever I heard. I was in Unirox the other night, and I was kind of like in shock, because I thought they were all fighting for the same thing. And anyway, yeah, so it puts the subs in a really, really bad spot, and it's jacked up. For a long time they were each other's ally, and then whenever they get mad at each other, and heaven forbid if the subs pick a side and then they make up, they both have, I guess, valid points for their dealio, but it's just, I wish some things would be like, could maybe be worked out behind the scenes or whatever. I do too, Miss Ann. I like them both too, so it kind of blows, really, it does. It blows for the subscribers, and especially if they're not even willing to, meet halfway and like try to work it out. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to do it on panel. They could do it privately. But, I think whenever they're not even willing to meet the person other, you know what I mean? That kind of really, really is irritating. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they've got reasons, but look, we're adults, we're adults. We're all big people, grown-ups, and we need to, like, we were out. If y'all were allies at one point, then how can you at least not put forth the effort to try to work it out and figure out, can it be worked out? Maybe it can't be, but it's so hard for the subs and for myself even to feel like, to see that, you come together for, the greater cause, the greater good. And, now when starts like chipping away at that kind of people, get them out of the community, then you're going to split the sheets. And it's not even like the respect that you had for one another prior to this isn't enough to even like have you get together and, like talk it out. So I don't know. It just makes it difficult. It makes me, I'm going to be honest with you, it makes me not even watch either one of them. It does, because I don't want to, first of all, I want to have to hear them go at each other. It's difficult, it's difficult. So, and then also, Alicia, she and I were talking the other day, or I saw her, something she put up, and she's like, I can't remember who told her, but she was saying that somebody was right. I didn't think that they were right, but they said that, whenever Marissa said that whenever she gets run off or whatever, sorry about the parking lot's all bumpy, that this community would start wanting to kill each other, bite each other's head off, and go for one another, and she's like, I guess that's true. And I thought, I don't want that to be true. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be true. I mean, we're all big people and we're adults, and this is YouTube. You need to you know what I mean? Curb check. We need to all remember that it's YouTube and not take it so damn serious. And, I know it's easier said than done, but still, it's just YouTube. And, everybody has disagreements. We do with our friends and our family, and you just have to be, pull your big girl panties up and deal with it. If you wear them, and if you don't wear them, pull your pants up and deal with it, But, Miss Carla, I know a lot of people would like to send you something, So how long do they think you're going to be in the ICU? They don't know, or do they have an idea? It probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't like it if I was close where you were at and I could come see you, because I like to give people heck. My ex-husband's father-in-law was in the, or my father-in-law, but it was actually his stepdad. He was in the hospital, and I would always tease him about, saying stuff when he wasn't expecting it. The doctor come in one day and he was laying there, and I said, did you ask him, Pops? I said, Pops, did you ask him how long it would be before you could start, wearing your heels again? And oh crap, I can't go this way. Freaking lights everywhere. I don't know was that a wreck? Oh, we'll try it. I'll turn y'all around so y'all can see what's going on. Let me see. Oh, poo-poo, it's a funeral. I just figured it out. Just figured it out. Well, I don't know if y'all do it, how y'all do it there, but here, if it's funeral processions, you pull over on the side of the road. It's respectful. I don't know, but I've noticed the last 5 or 6 years, people, they don't really do that anymore. People they don't give them the respect. Do they do that where you guys are from? Is that, pull over on the side of the road and then let a funeral procession go by? And I just got to tell y'all something. I like me an officer with an officer in a uniform. I just have to say, I like me some LE, and oh yeah, so we were just talking not long ago, my family, we were talking about how people don't pull over anymore and for funeral processions and stuff. Oh, it's sideways. Oh, sorry. I was trying to find a man in uniform, Miss Ginger Locks. Okay, we stopped to be respectful. Yeah, absolutely, to be respectful. Oh, I want to have one. Well, I'm going to tell you, your uncle, he had, one of them had a Masonic funeral, and then the other one had military. He was retired out of the Air Force, and I'm going to tell you, that Air Force funeral was so emotional and beautiful. They oh man, that's a little kid, a little white with red top. They put, man, the hearse, even down to the hearse. They had the hearse with the Air Force emblems and stuff like that on it. And they did when we got to the cemetery, they did the flyover. And my dad, he had a Masonic funeral, and those are pretty emotional as well. They hold on, let me put you back in your holder. I just got pulled over on this little road not long ago for said I was speeding. I was like, speeding? I was like, Lord child, I said, I just got a ticket because it's 3 years it stays on your insurance here. And I said, Lord child, I said, I just got a darn speeding ticket off my insurance like 6 months ago. I finally made it the 3 years. And I said, Lord, you ain't going to give me one, are you? And he said, no, I'm just going to give you a warning. I really don't think I was speeding, just because you can't really speed on this road. I mean, you got to be crazy if you do. But I don't know. But anyway, he was a very nice looking police officer. And girl, that day I had my shorts on too, with my old scarred, old beat up leg. So he gave me a warning with my beat up leg. Imagine what hell, he probably would have took me home with him if I hadn't had my beat up leg. I'm kidding. Oh Lord. Oh wow, wow, that was, wow. Yeah, I love like funerals like that. They're like, oh gosh, I love it. My dad was he actually I guess there's levels of the Masonic. My mom's in the Eastern Star, which is the female part of the Masonic. I don't know. She said, I always thought one of my kids would one of my girls would have joined them. I said, Mama, I would if you want me to. And she said, no, you probably blackballed. I said, blackball? How the hell would I be blackballed? And she said, I don't know. She said, Betty, I don't know. But anyway, I've never been to a funeral. I don't know if they do that for women, like Eastern Star. I've never been to a funeral for the Eastern Star or whatever for a female has always been like just Masonic or either one of the branches of the armed forces, But I think that's the least you could do. But anyway, they do for the Masonic here. I guess depending on what pledge you were, what level you were, they have the people talk. I don't know what they're called. My daddy, he couldn't. My mom always said, "Your daddy can't hold water. Don't tell him nothing you don't want nobody else to know. You tell him not to tell it, and he's going to tell. He's going not facetiously tell it, but he's just going to tell it." She said he can't hold water, and so whenever he would always tell us, and I know everybody feels like it's called different things. Like I just know this. I don't know what it is in most places, but I can guarantee you this is the best little Mexican stuff right over there. Little roach coach is what I call it. But my daddy wouldn't have been part of nothing that was not on the up and up and not serving the good Lord. My daddy didn't roll like that. But he always told me that they just helped the people in the community, and they, if families had issues or whatever, they would do it, and a lot of times it would be secretly, and they did a lot of other things. He told me it was always like good things they did, and I know my dad wouldn't have been part of anything that wasn't good, but I know they not supposed to tell you none of the stuff, and the to be sworn in or whatever, all that. Now that's something I used to tell him, you can't just tell me a little bit, Daddy. And so anyway, he used to, no, sugar, I can't tell you anything. Mama said, that's the only thing he can hold water about. I'm going to show y'all something. Yesterday, I had this is a hilarious, this building right here. I'm going to turn it around. See, it used to be called Mama's Kitchen. And it had really good food, I have to say. So they started painting it not long ago. And I told Mark, I said, man, well, I wonder what that's going to be. Mama's Kitchen's getting a facelift. Now it's called Sip Wings. So I told Mark last night, I said, did you notice that Mama's Kitchen is called Sip Wings now? And he said, yeah. I said, what in the hell does that mean? And he looked at me and he said, really? And I said, what? And he said, really? I said, yeah, what does that mean? He said, Mississippi Sip Wings. I said, oh, I'm living up to my hair color. I didn't even think about that. I said, well, I've never heard of Mississippi Wings, just saying. There's a place right here, it's called Our Daily Bread, and they do, they feed like the homeless and stuff right in here somewhere. So this convenience store that I come to right here, the last couple times I've come, if I get gas, I don't go in. Usually I just, you pay at the cart at the pump. But there was some people standing out by the store, some leaned up against the building, and it was almost like 7. It was before I went to my mom's last. I started to fill up, and so this raggedy, scraggly looking white chick comes walking up to me. She's got like a pink duffel bag, and she looks like she's been rode hard and put up wet. You know what I mean? But anyway, she walks up to me and she said, hey, ma'am, could I get $1 off of you? And I had my card in my hand, I rarely have cash on me, And I said, I'm sorry, I don't have any cash. So she goes to walk off, and I heard a couple of the ladies that was leaned against the store say to her, you didn't ask that white lady what I told you to ask her. And I didn't look up there. I was just listening. And I heard him tell her, she walked closer so she could hear him, and then I heard him tell her, ask that white lady. Anyway, I thought to myself, oh, Lord. So she starts walking back toward the gas pump. And I thought, this is ridiculous. So I just put something in my gas. I was almost full anyway. I just quit, and I was luckily my gas thing, the thing on. I just opened the door of my gas, put the gas in. I just opened the door so I just shut the my gas thing, and got my car. And just about the time she got to me, this other car was pulling in, and I guess she had, they look like green apples in her hand, and she dropped them. But anyway, she was coming back over there to ask me something, because I heard the other ladies tell her, and I was telling Mark about it, and I was like, it really bothers me when they do that. I said, look, I'm all about giving and helping people out, but they look like crackheads. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I said, I don't understand what it's muted. Am I muted? Oh, when I flew, I thought you said stiff wigs. Oh. Okay, good deal. So anyway, anyway, I was telling Mark, I was like, it really pisses me off whenever they do that. I said, it makes me not even want to go back to that store if you get bugged to death every time. And it's especially if it's every time you go up there. But anyway, he told me it's because that our daily bread. He said it's because our daily bread is right across the street, and I guess that's where they feed them and stuff. Okay, yeah, I was pulling back in the neighborhood, so it buffers for a minute, but I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get out and show you guys my the little sign I got the other day, and then Mark's mom gave me. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I like ever since my dad passed away, my brother. When you go to my mom's, my brother's, there's like it's like Dragonfly City. They are like T90 when they hatch out a certain time of year. But anyway, dragonflies everywhere. So we kind of like you know makes me feel better if I see a dragonfly. I always think of my dad and stuff. So I love dragonflies. So my mother-in-law got me this. I'm gonna show y'all this flag. Let me get my keys. I'll show y'all. In Oregon, you get gas. Oh, well, you can do it at certain. They have a few self-serve. Not self-serve, whatever you call it. Where they're cleaning the streets. Woo! That's good. Betsy. You have a few stations around here you can go. You have to pay extra, but I would show. Okay, so this is the one I got at Walmart. Home Sweet Home Little Cow. But this is the one my mother-in-law got me, and you can't really. I like the flags that have the same thing in case when the wind blows it. But I don't know if you can see, it's kind of reflective. I love that. Hello, spring. But yeah, they come and they spray for skeeters. They have a mosquito truck that you can come and I need to call because I was getting tore up yesterday when I was outside watering my plants. But we have a mosquito sprayer that comes and they back into the driveway, and they come usually at dusk or at dark, and they back in the driveway and you can hear it and then you can smell it in the air. But I don't know how good it works. And then if it ain't on mosquito trucks, it's the dang dust. What do you call them? Street cleaners, where they're coming to cleaning the darn streets. But hey, at least they're cleaning it. But yeah, I would. Whenever they have the gas stations that you can do that, I do enjoy not having to get out. Oh, especially in situations like that. Okay, I'm going in. I've got an extra little cat now. We only had one, but now I've got two and a Lord child. I want y'all to know something. I love those little cats, but they're like having kids. I mean, for real, like having youngins. They get to well, my tomcat did not like the little one is a Maine Coon. It's a little black. She's a little baby. She's about 6 months old, 7 months old, and she was starving, and so I had to save her. But anyway, my tomcat, he wasn't a big fan. That's my old tomcat. Hey, Thomas Aramis, tell him hey. But he wasn't a big fan of the new little kitty, and he would hiss and throw a darn fit. And I was like, "You got to be nice." I said, "I didn't raise you to be rude." But I read online, will they ever come around? Because he was a dick. I'm telling you, he did not like her. And man, it just like happened overnight. It took about a week and a half, and they're like, they got their nights and their days mixed up. They get to running and chasing each other, and they are hilarious. I love it, but I didn't realize how much more work it would be. First of all, I had to clean up like I got toddlers. They got toys stuff. Mark said, I can't even walk down the hall without walking on a cat toy. But just the litter. I used to have a litter box that, I still have it, but I quit using. it was an automatic, and like you put the litter in there and you have to use real fine litter, but it had a sensor in it. And after the cat would get out, after so many minutes, it would like rake over, and then it would lift up the stuff and put it down. And there was like a little thing that you wouldn't have to empty it every 2 or 3 days, I guess. But the motor started dragging on it. And so anyway, I bought a different one. But look, so you guys, I've always wanted a lap cat. A cat that would get my lap. So Tomcat, my big Tom, he was, my mom gave him to me because I thought he was going to trip her. So he never would get he just an old dick. I told Mark, I said, he only gives me attention if he wants to, it's on his terms. But since that new little cat's come around, look at this. He is a jelly face. He's like all about a lap cat now. Oh, it's all footed terror. You ain't lying. I'm not kidding you. The little girl, for her, I've got. Next time I go home, go to my mom's next week. I'm gonna take her and get her neutered and stuff. But he's been fixed too. But still, they have tore my damn leather couch up. I'm gonna show you in just a minute when I get up. But anyway, I'm gonna take her and have her fixed. But they start running up and down that hall. It sounds like a herd of horses running back and forth, back and forth. They're so cute, though. Hey, it's nice girl in here. Hey, babe, how are you? I was just talking about you earlier. Was your ears burning, girl? Was your ears burning? I was just talking about what we touched on a little bit about nonsense in uni, how, it puts the creators, the subs, and it puts everybody in a tough position, Oh, I know you are, girl. I know you pouring those candles. But I saw this YouTube thing that, first of all, I hate these couches anyway. I hate them. They're not comfortable to lay on. And, they're nice and all that, but I just would prefer a more comfortable couch to lay on. But I saw this thing on YouTube because they have torn this is the couch. So the love seat, they've torn, and I used to put aluminum foil. I had aluminum foil spread out because I heard that they wouldn't scratch. But how long you got to leave aluminum? I told Marcus, I can't leave aluminum foil on our darn couch. So and I was having to tape it. I said, I can't do that. So I didn't want to have him declawed just in case, because sometimes he is like Houdini and he gets outside. And I don't want him to not be able to defend himself. And plus, I had a cat declawed one time, and it was like hurt my feelers when I got her back. But I don't know. Anyway, I saw this stuff on YouTube which you could get, but I was looking for it to show my sister, and I wasn't able to find it. So I don't know. Hopefully, I wasn't dreaming. But I'm going to show y'all what this little turd has done to this sofa. It makes me sick. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if you can see it. See all that? All right there, and then wait till you see this. Let me turn the light on. Holy cacciatore. Look at that crap. This was an expensive couch. Look at that shit, man. Makes me, you need your little butt whooped. But it's ridiculous. But I don't know. I might have to get them declawed, especially her. I've been clipping their nails, but still, All right, you guys, I'm going to let y'all go too. I got to get my meat in and get it going. But thank y'all for hanging out with me, and happy hump day. I hope you get your humpity hump on. But I'll talk to you guys later. Diamond Cutter out. Bye.